Today on Thinkedi Bitesize, we're talking about supporting individuals with dyspraxia in the workplace. Dyspraxia, also known as developmental coordination disorder, or DCD, is a neurological condition that affects an individual's ability to plan and coordinate their physical movements, whether that's small movements, fine motor skills, or their larger movements, their gross motor skills. 6% of the population have dyspraxia. That's 1 in every 17 people. The effort required to compensate for motor coordination and organisational difficulties can be exhausting, and this may lead to workplace stress and even burnout. If team members aren't aware of dyspraxia and they aren't sensitive to neurodiversities, they may joke about or banter about a person's abilities, which could constitute bullying, harassment, or even disability discrimination. Because dyspraxia isn't always obvious, living with dyspraxia can be quite traumatic. Often there are experiences of bullying, feelings of inadequacy, and feelings of not being good enough. Historically, most education and employment settings haven't been great at recognising, supporting, and making adjustments to allow those with dyspraxia to contribute and learn. But this needn't be the case anymore, because now we learn to expect and appreciate the inherent value of diversity, with studies showing that diverse workforces are more productive. Some people may prefer to call themselves dyspraxic, whilst others may prefer the term that they have dyspraxia. So make sure to ask them which term they prefer to know how best to discuss the topic with them. Dyspraxia can impact various aspects of a person's life, and these can include motor skills and coordination. So these can affect a person's ability to carry out tasks such as typing, writing, or catching a ball, for example. Speech-to-text software, as specialist pens or screen readers, can be really useful for those with dyspraxia, and in the UK this is available through the Access to Work scheme. It's also best to avoid asking someone with dyspraxia to write notes in meetings without asking them whether they're comfortable with this in advance. Also, you can consider whether perhaps games that you play in team building sessions or trainings, such as throwing or catching a ball, could cause embarrassment, and ask whether they're really necessary for the role or the type of training that you're providing. Organisational skills. It can be challenging for someone with dyspraxia to keep track of tasks, schedules, and deadlines. Again, there is software available that can really help to organise schedules and workload, tasks, and even thoughts. So to support those with dyspraxia in your workplace, try to present schedules, plans, or instructions visually rather than just verbally. Spatial awareness can lead to difficulties navigating the workplace, finding one's way around, or judging distances accurately. So make sure to have a site map or plan available, especially if you expect the employee to attend new places. Information processing. So dyspraxia may affect an individual's ability to process and absorb information quickly. It may be extra difficult to follow complex instructions or to multitask. So to support someone with dyspraxia, it can be helpful to do your best to remove stress and distraction when delivering complex information, and also to provide written and/or visual information that they can refer to after the fact. It can also help to break long text into smaller chunks with headings, for example. It's important to remember that not everyone with dyspraxia will have all of these difficulties, and some of the difficulties may be masked or hidden by the individuals most of the time to avoid embarrassment or seeming different. Here are 6 tangible actions you can take as an organisation to support employees that you may have with dyspraxia. Firstly, consider whether any practices or policies in your workplace are disadvantaging those with dyspraxia from carrying out their roles. You can also offer a pathway to diagnosis if possible. Some of your employees may not know that they're dyspraxic until adulthood, and understanding their needs might benefit both themselves and yourselves as an organisation. Promote and implement workplace adjustments and accommodations to remove the barriers. You can also create a neurodiversity network. You can deliver training on neurodiversity to create an understanding environment and enhance your workplace culture overall. And you can offer training, coaching, and resources to help those with neurodiversities to excel in their roles. These efforts can help individuals with dyspraxia, 6% of your workforce, to overcome workplace challenges and contribute positively, feeling valued, supported, and understood.